better hit that subscribe button.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and YouTube? I'm Freddy Fogel, Flamin' Hot Entertainment, MultiPlatGameTrap, the people's voice and your favorite average gamer. Gonna be bringing you a video talking about next gen consoles, next gen tech, next gen what they did right, next gen what they did wrong. All about next gen. So welcome to the episode just entitled Next Gen question mark. Yes. All right. So if you haven't heard, you don't know, you lived underneath the rock, and you play video games, next gen is here. Basically, it already started with the Wii U, and now you have the PlayStation 4, and then the Xbox One on November 22nd, and the PlayStation 4 coming out officially on November 15th. And the Wii U was last year. Was it November something? I don't know. October, November, maybe September. Don't remember the launch date for it. But Sony has already been releasing accessories, games that are published by them, and more games going to be coming out. You know, Battlefield, Call of Duty, and everything. As you see, I got the DualShock 4, and I have a Control Freak CQC already on it. Works perfect, goes right around it, doesn't actually rub up on anything, nor does it get affected by the design of it. One of the most comfortable controllers I've ever felt in my life, other than the Wii U Pro controller, but the Wii U Pro controller makes my ring finger knuckles hurt. So the camera is a proprietary port to it. It has two 720p lenses right there, and then a 4 microphone array. And I got these at GameStop. You could also get it at Amazon, I believe, is selling them early. All right, and this, as you can see, I normally play like this, right? But then I actually now can play, because of the way it's designed and the way how comfortable it feels in my hand, I can play like this. So I'm going to get used to using the triggers with my middle finger, then with my index fingers, R1 and L1. So it pretty much just feels really good. It does have an extra port right here that nobody knows what it's for. Then, you know, if you got like a headset for your phone or anything like that, or whatever, Vita or anything like that, works right there. Boom. It has a speaker right here, the PlayStation button. I have, and you've seen it like right there, I have tried to sync it up with my Mac, and it recognizes it by holding down the PlayStation button, and but it just never syncs up. I used it via, you know, USB cable, and I got it somewhat working with what is it? Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I got a couple things to work on it, but not fully. I got, you know, the 180 button and shooting and stuff like that. Some of these buttons worked, but it didn't work completely. That's most likely because it's a Mac. And it's not a gaming PC. It's not a Windows PC. And I didn't want to boot into Windows. Just I'd rather not mess with Windows. That's a video all in itself. D-pad is one of the best D-pads I've ever felt. I like the way, the fact that it's split into 4. It doesn't sit on a rocker anymore. If you know what I'm talking about, the DualShock 3 sits on a rocker. This very good. The buttons pretty perfect. The PlayStation button does not work with the PS3, so if you're trying to play with the PS3 via the cable, it doesn't work Bluetooth for some reason, and you have to use another controller, hit the PlayStation button to go back into the XMB. The R3 and the L3, which are my biggest complaints on the DualShock 3, are probably, they feel better. Hopefully they'll last longer. Those are what I break most, because I hit it while I'm going up, and it has like a click. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It feels like it's going from center to something, and you're humping over something to go up or down, whatever. This actually, you could hold it in while you're doing it, which is perfect. I got a small to medium sized hand. I can't palm a basketball or anything like that, but I can almost palm a NFL size football. And I say almost, I'm just not quite there. So to tell you how small my hands are, about from here to here, about 7 inches, maybe 8, but 7 inches. And it just fits good. This texture on the bottom is good because when you're sweating, you still grip onto the controller very good. This, you can actually hold it really good. Just very good, well designed. Two-tone matte and gloss. I mean, not gloss, matte finish. The clickable button is it's not being able to take out. You have the share and the option, which are for select and start on the PlayStation 3, and the start would be the option, and the share would be the select, and works really good. One of the best controllers I've ever had the luxury to play with. I played Battlefield 3, I played Killzone 3, I played Mortal Kombat, I played Beyond Two Souls, I played The Last of Us. What else did I play? It's about it. I think those are all the games I played. They all worked, and worked well. When going up against, adversaries or foes in Battlefield 3, anybody that went up against with me with the DualShock 3 ended up losing. And I'm not the best Battlefield, and I don't have the best aim in the world, but this, sure enough, the dead zones and everything, it's dead on. Very great controller. So that's all I got to say about that. That's from me actually having different type of controllers. I said the Wii U. I've got the Wii U Pro controller. I have the Wii U gamepad, the Ouya controller, DualShock 3, the Vita, the Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo controllers. D-pad on that is basically comparable, if not better, depending on opinions, to the Nintendo D-pad. Great for fighters. All right, now this is the bread and butter of this this video, and it's gonna sound somewhat like a rant or whatever. This is my personal opinions and not expertise, because I'm not an expert in any of this, but it is my know-how. I do have a good sense of computers. Got my degree in computer information system, so if y'all know what that means or whatever, it's just like a beginners of a little bit of networking, computer programming, website design, shit like that, JavaScript, C++, A+, all the little stuff, and basic how to set up a network infrastructure and all the jargon that goes along with it. And I got a 3.95 GPA, so that is here to say. I have some technical know-how, just to give you some reference of my background and thing. And I read up every day, and technologies has grown and changed since I went to school. So it's not the same. It's nowhere near. It's more complicated. There's a lot more to it nowadays than there was back then. All right. What I am most fearful for this generation is fucking hard drive space. If people have gone on Facebook or whatever all over the web and seen the PlayStation 4 hard drive installs, Killzone Shadowfall is 45 gig, and I believe it's a required hard drive install because it's on the back of it, and it's on there. It wouldn't be on there if it wasn't required for it. And it's a 500 gig hard drive, and even if the Xbox One has the same comparable, maybe less, maybe more, I have no idea. Blu-ray disc, dual layer Blu-ray disc, maximum 50 gigs. So if you understand, I have on my PS3 in the living room, I have 250 gig hard drive. It's a 60 gig original, the Fat Boy. And and I have about 60 games installed from the PlayStation Network, whether they be PSN games or full retail games that are installed digitally. I have about 30 PSN PS1 games, about 20 PlayStation mini games, PS mini games, and I have about 20 game installs for there, maybe less. I mean, maybe I might be exaggerating, maybe 15. And I still have about 40 gigs left. This generation, that is pretty much gone out the window. The biggest issue we should be having, people are worried about 720p, 1080p, all that shit. I understand that will get better with time, and it's something to banter about or discuss and debate and troll and blah blah blah. And your system's weaker than my system, but what really gets me, this is more of an issue than anything, is them fucking huge installs in your damn hard drive. That means that I'm going to have to maximum have 8 games installed on my hard drive if they're that fucking huge. The Wii U has big games and stuff like that, and they're not. It's not the the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 when it comes to the console and raw power and shit like that and what it does. But it doesn't install no game onto its little flash-based hard drive at all. Period. It's just like a couple kilobytes, a couple hundred kilobytes or whatever. Maybe a gig or a megabyte or two, and runs pretty good. Hopefully, this is going to be a leap between the two, how they run and seamlessly and all that stuff. But those big 45 gigs, 49 gigs, 35 gigs, I mean, your hard drive space is just going to go like that. So that means I'm going to have to upgrade my hard drive to a 1 terabyte. And I already found a 1 terabyte that's going to both, hopefully, and this is theoretically, I'm going to get a hybrid drive, which is half mechanical drive, half solid state drive. And what it does is cache a lot of stuff to the solid state RAM that's on there, memory chips that are on there, and then the parts that's needed the most that doesn't need to be rewritten stays on that, and then the parts that need to be rewritten go onto the mechanical part, and it extends the life of it, and it increases. I believe the speeds are almost 3 times that of a regular mechanical drive. So that I'm gonna do. It actually fits all the standards that Sony 5400 RPMs, the dimensions, the size. It's a 2.5 hard drive, a laptop hard drive. It could work on Linux, Windows, or Mac. So it's a Linux-based OS, so it shouldn't have any problems. And that's pretty much it. And it's more than 160 gigs of space. It's a 1 terabyte, and it's going to cost about $100, 120, somewhere depending on where you buy it from. And that is the main thing. That's extra money that I have to come out of my pocket because these games are so fucking big. And I talked to my homeboy Boo Boy Kennels. Go check out his channel. The link will be in the description. And he's he's my guru when it comes to Windows and PCs in general. He's a little bit, hardware based, more knowledge than I am on that. And he's saying, the biggest games he has installed on his thing, I think he said like the biggest one was 38 gigs. That's still nothing compared to what I've seen on the PlayStation 4, and I'm taking it's going to be the same size on the Xbox One. I believe I've seen 49 gigs for fucking Call of Duty Ghost. So 49 gigs is fucking huge. And it's only 500 gigs. And on the Xbox One, it's not a removable hard drive. I mean, if you brick that hard drive, you're gonna have to send it back to the factory. And let me tell you something, they'll be the first ones to get fixed. And do you trust that that person got trained right to fix it right or whatever? Me personally, I'm not trying to send my shit out. You know what I'm saying? And shit does brick. Everything has a fail rate. So out of 1,000, 10% might go bad, or out of 100, 10% might go bad. So 10 systems might go bad or something like that, depending on the company's fail rate. And with Microsoft's track record, it's not looking too good. But I don't want to Sony's gonna have to face the same exact thing. So with new consoles coming out, the holiday season, people maybe bricking their not their console, but actually their hard drive through shipping or some shit. Remember, they're mechanical, so if they hit shit or whatever, they scratch up inside, the platter gets scratched or anything like that. Shit like that is what worries me. Not this 1080p, 720p shit, because in all, they're all first generation games. And some might be rushed, some might not be rushed, some might be optimized for that console, or the developers are just not comfortable with that console, whatever. But what gets me is what's actually going to affect me as a gamer, and that is one of the things that affect me as a gamer. And that's why I think they added that feature where you can start playing the game, where it's, you know what I'm saying, you start installing this part and then you can start playing the game and shit like that, is because these fucking games are huge. They're fucking enormous. Now, if anybody ever wants to debate me on anything when it comes to gaming, hey, this is a free open invite to anybody that thinks they can get with me when it comes to gaming. I'm very knowledgeable and I read up on shit, and before I start talking, I know my shit. So what do y'all think about these huge installs in your fucking hard drive? And, you know, with digital content, you know, you got PlanetSide 2, you got Warframe, you have fucking Blacklight Retribution, no, not Blacklight Retribution, Tango, whatever, Blacklight Tango Down or some shit like that. Another first-person shooter that's free to play on the PlayStation Network, and this most likely is all coming down to the Xbox One, to their network or whatever. And those games are gonna take space as well, so you're gonna have physical installs, digital installs, your just basically everything. You know what I'm saying? Your music. And I'll talk to you all about all that stuff on the second part of this video, because this video is a long video. So I just trying to get, like, what do y'all think about that shit? Because to me, that is what worries me. That's the part that's going to cost me money. That's the part that's going to cost me time. That's the part that, you know what I'm saying, if I have too many fucking games installed, I'm going to have to fucking think which game I want to uninstall, and the time that goes about doing it. The PlayStation 4, is going to be like a rant. The PlayStation 4 doesn't have any external hard drive support. So external hard drives on the PS3 was for backing up my hard drive, which I did before. Back up my hard drive on another external hard drive, so then when I switch the hard drive, I don't have to fucking reinstall everything and download everything from whatever I had on there, whether it be shit from the PlayStation Network or fucking movies or videos that I digitally installed myself, that I had, from wherever, pictures and family albums and shit like that. So Yoshida and all them, they already said that on the second patch for it, they're gonna put the MP3s and the DNLA or DLNA support, which is basically turns your console into a media streaming server type thingy, from a server. You know what I'm saying? Takes images and posts them on there or whatever, and it's good, but the external hard drive would be better, especially for when you're trying to back up shit and then switch out a hard drive like I'm gonna do, and then I'm going to do that like a month later, so I'm going to have to fucking reinstall all the games and, save all my games to the cloud. And, it's a whole bunch of BS that goes along with that. So that's basically, like I said, at me as a gamer, me personally. So what are your thoughts on this shit? That is something that affects all of us. That's going to affect everybody. Your eyes don't fucking bleed when a game is at 720p, but your fucking wallet will be affected when you have to buy another hard drive, or your hard drive fucks up in a system that you can't replace the internal hard drive. So it's just all that BS that comes with it. These are my concerns. These are my worries. These are the things that I want to stress to you, the consumer, the customer, the fans, the purchasers of these devices. And am I tripping? Am I just fucking, it's just a video that's wasting your time? Also, my homeboy, Doomskull 2012, actually made a custom DualShock 4 with the Hellgas Killzone logos all over it. It's yellow, the color of his company, Fallen Man Mods. And he posted pictures, and I'll put the pictures where I put them up on the top right hand corner, and you know, he did a little video and stuff like that. If you need modded controllers, whether they be Wii U, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying, from rapid fire to custom paint jobs to hydro dipping to LEDs in it with switches like I have. Hold on. Just so you can see. LEDs with a switch, and all these that has LEDs underneath all this stuff. You know, basically, it's, I could turn it all on, but I didn't want to turn on my PS3. But it has different color LEDs and different color stuff in there, and he does all the soldering work and all that stuff. And if you want a custom controller, go hit him up. Link will be in the description. Go check out my last 3 videos. Links will be in the description. Go check out all my partners, my MPGT partners. Tell me what, you know, console you're getting, what your concerns are, what you're stressed out about. If you're worried about this resolution war and what the consoles can do. For my know-how, I'm going to tell you this. The Xbox One has a little different physical architecture than the PlayStation 4, and it's not as easy to develop for, and that may be something they just like the PlayStation 3 to the Xbox 360, gonna need time to learn all the tricks and to optimize their code for it, for their specific games or their game engines and all that good stuff. So time is something that they're gonna need. Whether the systems are rushed or not, that's yet to be seen, and the hardware failure, or RAID, or overheating, and all that stuff, yet to be seen. You have to, and especially when it comes to video, you know, comparisons and stuff like that. I've seen videos already on it of uncompressed and all that stuff. Let me tell you something. It really doesn't mean shit until you see it in front of you, on top of their face, you know, eye thing, unless you have the video, the raw video that's not been edited, recompressed or any of that shit. It means nothing. Absolutely means nothing. Now when it comes to like what they taken out, like particle effects and anti-aliasing and shit like that, that does mean something, because those are the facts. But when it comes down to visuals and what you see and stuff like that, that is, you should buy what you're gonna buy. See, you know, maybe go demo it at a store, Best Buy, GameStop, or anything like that before you buy it, and then put your, you know what I'm saying, leave it to your eye. Your eye's not going to lie to you. And what looks good to one person doesn't look good to another. It's all personal preference. So I'm not here to bash any console or anything like that. I'll leave that to y'all fucking fanboys and all you damn haters that just want to talk shit and be all fucking frustrated for no apparent reason. That is just stupidity. What I say, game developers, do not put out games that are fucking broken, because we pay for the shit. You know, would you like for us gamers just to start suing the shit out of you for selling us unfinished product? You know what I'm saying? Just take it that way. Here's a fucking threat. Finish your fucking product. Don't put it out broken. If not, we should just fucking start doing class action lawsuits on your bitch asses. And then you have to worry about fucking revenue and fighting the courts and all types of shit. Yeah, straight up. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. You work for us. We pay your fucking bills. So if you don't like that shit, go fucking fix your games. Battlefield 3, fucking lag fest, freezing issues on the PC. That's your main platform. What the fuck? Are you fucking real? Are you going to bring that to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One? Really? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, and I seen White Boy 7th Street video. I don't even watch this dude often or whatever like that. But really, you're going to fucking ban a clan tag? GOAT? GOAT? Really? GOAT? The greatest of all time? GOAT? Get the fuck out of here. Activision, suck a dick. Suck a fucking dick. Y'all are some faggot ass bitches. Straight up. I have been your host, your commentator, Freddy Fuego, Flamin' Hot Entertainment, MultiPlatGameTrap, the people's voice, and your favorite average gamer. Peace, love, and hair grease. Haters keep on hating. If you haven't been doing it, you need to get gaming.
Thumb up the video, fool!